Top of the morning to you. Many thanks for joining us for Friday edition of Sports Today on ABS TV. And as the weekend is upon us, basically we expect at the weekend, we expect lots of sporting actions at the weekend, and we are glad that the weekend is here. My name is Ike Nwokedi, your host on Sports Today on ABS TV, the Friday edition. We'll be looking at a whole lot going down in the world of sports. We'll look at grassroots sports. Yes, we'll tell you about what went down at the Oka City Stadium some 2 days back. A club known as the Wilson FC put up a scouting program. We'll tell you about that on the show. We'll also go to Onitsha and tell you more about the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge in Onitsha, now getting to the final stages, and we'll hear the competition. The final is coming up next Sunday. Also, we'll go to Germany and bring you up to speed with Team Nigeria and Anambra delegation joining them for the FC Bayern Monica Youth Cup happening in Germany. Also, we'll talk about Anambra State Football Association and also their grassroots football program. And on the flip side, we'll be talking about one very important aspect of a sport. A whole lot of you have talked about is sports betting. We'll have the right person to tell us about sports betting in Nigeria. And we'll also talk about another club, Mickey Rev Reviews, a club now on the spotlight, the Gods FC. We'll tell you more about that on the Sports Show, Sports Today. And then we'll also be serving you boxing, Formula One, and all that, and football news if time permits. Let's start with our first story on the show. Yes, our first story on the show is all about Aspire Football Club and Aspire Foundation and Team Anambra delegation who are already in Germany for the Bayern Youth Cup. Yes, at the Bayern Youth Cup. And let's tell you that Team Nigeria, accompanied by Anambra delegation, have arrived at Munich in anticipation of FC Bayern Munich Global Youth Cup final, which holds this Friday and Saturday. The entire contingent touched down at about 9:30 p.m. at the Munich International Airport, from where they were transported to their hotel base. A delegation from Nigeria made up of 10 successful players at the tryout hosted by Aspire FC Foundation and VOE Foundation and the Anambra State Sports Development Commission. Of course, I did that in April and May 2022, are set to make history by representing Nigeria at the prestigious tournament. Amongst these players are Anambra-born football talents from Aspire Football Academy, including Nzube Mbezwe and Chidera Nnadi. They are also joined by a management team consisting of Aspire FC team manager Mr. Augustine Amakomokoye, coach Justin Ezude of J1 Academy, and Aspire Foundation brand ambassador in the person of Ms. Chisom Omokachie. The Anambra delegation of the team is supported by the Anambra-born grassroots football promoter Dr. Emeka Okeke through his foundation, Aspire FC Foundation. Aspire Foundation is a human capital development foundation who, among other capacity development project that sponsors Aspire FC Adaziani, currently playing in the Nigerian National League, which is on the second tier of club football in Nigeria. In May 2022, Aspire FC Foundation, in collaboration with Victor Obinna Ede VOE Foundation and Anambra State Sports Development Commission, hosted the FC Bayern Youth Cup in Nigeria for the first time in Anambra State, and it happened at the Oka City Stadium. It brought together FC Bayern international scouts, including football legend and German World Cup winner Hans Pflüger, and FC Bayern Monica World Squad coach in the person of Christian Losch, as well as 10 football academics from around Nigeria at the Oka City Stadium for a youth football development and promotion program. And right now he has metamorphosed to something else. Now let's talk about our second story, which is about the Wilson FC. That's the owner of the club you're seeing on your screen, alongside the chairman of Oka South Local Football Council. Let's tell you that a total of 6 clubs are drawn from different parts of the state. We are involved in a 2-day screening exercise and scouting program organized by the proprietor of the Wilson FC of Okpuno, Wilson Nwachukwu. The aim of the program was to fish out talents from Anambra grassroots football level with a view to providing an avenue and platform to ink a deal with a top European club. And the two-day event held on Tuesday 11th of October and Wednesday 12th of October saw the Wilson FC of Okpuno, Fortune FC, Ozala FC, Mekong United FC, New Sense FC featuring in that program. It may interest you to know that the scouts for the program are based in Turkey and other European countries. So we hope that in the aftermath of this scouting program, there will be players that will ink a deal and have the opportunity to play in major leagues across Western Europe. If not the major leagues, they can play in places like Turkey and some other countries across Europe. So we'll say kudos to the proprietor and the brain behind this, the Wilson FC proprietor, Wilson Nwachukwu, for making this happen, and of course getting these guys down to look at what we have here with a view of giving them opportunity to play outside the shores of the country. And now let's go to Onitsha. Let's talk about the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge happening in Onitsha. Yes, it's a competition being bankrolled by Chief Remi Juice Uchenna Anyadike, fondly known as Akuchukwu Umudioka. Yes, the finals of the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge will hold on Sunday, the 23rd of October 2022, as against the 16th of October. The competition was expected to hold. Yes, it was expected to hold this Sunday, but the local organizing committee in their meeting decided to shift that. So we'll show you the fixtures and the results of our matches that played so far in the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge on your screen in a GIF. And the competition, which kick-started in the month of July 2022, will have a new champions. As current champions, Jimbas FC lost their semi-finals match on Tuesday to the Gotsa FC. Yes, sir. Let's show you that result once again to show you that two matches were played. Yes, the Gods FC defeated Jimbas FC by 2-0, and Ozala FA played out a 1-1 draw against DJ Alonso FC. The match went on to penalties, and Ozala FA of Onitsha defeated DJ Alonso 6-5 on penalty. Yes, for the third and fourth place playoff, Jimbas FC is expected. Yes, Jimbas FC will play DJ Alonso by 1:30 p.m. while the Gods FC will play Ozala FC by 4 p.m. The finals coming up on the Sunday 23rd of October 2022. And Ozala FC, we told you, defeated DJ Alonso 6-5 on penalties to go through. And we told you that the sponsor is Chief Remi Juice Uchenna Anyadike. He is bankrolling the tournament to the tune of 3 million naira for the winner. The runner-up will get 1.5 million naira for the exploit. And the top place team, 500,000 naira. And there's 150,000 naira as consolation for the fourth place team. So be sure that the Gods FC and Ozala FC are already cashing out 1.5 million already in their pocket. So 1.5 million naira they will now have to fight for when they meet in the final. So we'll be watching out for that. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be mouth-watering. That's talking about the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge. The first edition was won by Jimbas FC. They saw off Remi Uche FC by 1-0. Then Akuchukwu defeated the Gotsa FC in the third and fourth place match. That was last year, but the Gods now have improved. They've dotted their I's and crossed the T's, and they've moved on now, and now they are in the finals. Let's see if they can win that. Wishing all the two sides the very best, and that is going to be mouth-watering, and it's going to be a cracker of some sort come 23rd of October and 2022, the finals of the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge happening in Onitsha, being bankrolled by Chief Remi Juice Uchenna Anyadike. I will also say also kudos to the LOC chairman Austin Kelechi doing the needful, and also others that were involved. LOC, or rather the LFC chairman in Onitsha North, John Ubendu, LFC chairman Onitsha South, Akanna Nzelue also helping in coordinating that championship. So we'll be watching out for that. Is the finals coming up on Sunday, the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge happening in Onitsha. That's in a week time, in a week from now. Well, let's talk about Anambra State Football Association. Let's tell you that the chairman, Chief Chikelo Ilenyose, recently had a grassroots program, and that was Saturday, held at the Awka City Stadium. And the Anambra State Football Association, ANSFA, has unveiled its program for accelerated development of football in the state. Yes, the chairman of the association, Chikelo Ilenyose, ex-Super Eagles player, described that the event held at the Awka City Stadium as the first of its kind stage to identify hidden talents, empower youth, and nurture them to stardom. He explained that it was in fulfillment of his pledge on the assumption of office to revive grassroots football competitions in all 21 local government areas in the state. The ANSFA chairman added that being a product of school sports, he will liaise with the state government to promote football competitions amongst schools, as well as encourage existing clubs to move to the next level. At the event, with the participation of no fewer than 60 clubs, male and female, the manager of a football club, Olisonu Chukwu, lauded the efforts of the association under the watch of the new chairman for touching the lives of upcoming players. He described that the chairman as a successful player and a seasoned administrator. He stated that the initiative will give football development the desired mileage in the nearest future. The ceremony attracted scores of ex-international football stars drawn from various parts of the country. One of ex-international stars, Mobio Barako, was there, and he called for a concerted effort by all stakeholders to take the nation's football back to its glorious day. So, kudos to the ANSFA boss, Chikelo Ilenyose, for putting that one up, as you can see on your screen, and we hope that more will come in due course in sports in Anambra State, and most importantly football. You're watching Sports Today on ABS TV. Time for us now to talk about sports betting in Nigeria, and also a club known as the Gods FC. The club, the Gods FC, will be playing in the finals of the second edition of the Remi Uche Soccer Challenge in Onitsha, and that's next Sunday. While joining us on the show this morning, we'll have the proprietor of the Gods FC, and also Bet Naija super agent in Anambra State when you talk about sports betting. And I'm being joined by Mr. Kingsley Ndokoba. He joins me on the show this morning. Good morning, Mr. Kingsley.
Yeah, good morning, Ike.
Good to have you on the show on a very short notice.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome to the show. Well, first of all, a lot have been said. Let's start with sports betting since you're into it. A lot has been said about sports betting in Nigeria. You may wish to give us the history behind the process of sports betting and the variables when you talk about betting in sports.
Thank you. Once again, I'm Mr. Kingsley Ndokoba. I'm from Olo in Imo State.
Okay.
The way we look at sport betting, many historians have agreed that the origin of sports betting is way back in the ancient time, started with chariot racing.
Okay. Okay.
Chariot racing is similar to today's horse racing. And this racing attracts bettors. You know, in a situation whereby bettors could stake their money for the final position of the contendants. So coming down to Nigeria, sports betting began in the country around 2009.
2009. Okay.
2009. And when this was introduced, it helped and supported Nigerian local sports industry and as well as finance. You know, whereby people were opportune to at least invest and looking up to their investment as a turnaround. So far so good. That is how we came about sports betting.
Now, having said that, who regulates the activities of the betting companies per se, and what are the rules behind setting up a betting company?
Okay, the people that regulate sports betting are National Lottery Regulatory Commission.
Okay.
NLRC. They are in charge of sports betting. And setting up a company, a betting company, it has some requirements, but first of all, you have to make your application fee. I don't know exactly the amount as of now, but then it should be around 2 million application fee.
Application fee.
Fee of 2
Own
million.
a betting company.
Yes. Then you have your license fee of about 100 million.
Oh, wow, it's licensed.
Yes. Okay. And there is a minimum share capital of 30 million that you also deposit.
This is huge.
Yes. And some other requirements, maybe copies of your personal ID and the rest of them. Yeah.
Now, as BetNaija sports agent, you have a special bias for BetNaija. We know there are so many betting companies, but for BetNaija in the States, what role do you play, and how is your job cut out as an agent?
Okay. Yes, as a super agent.
As a super agent.
Yes, as a super agent, company created this super agents with few of agents, as in to control some agents in a particular state. All the super agents have listed of number of agents under them.
Okay.
Company did it for them to be able to regulate and control the affairs of how the policy of the company is being run in every state and region. And it's a good thing for us super agents to motivate our agents, to control them and to make sure that we guide them in the role of play. So that because the way we encourage them, the way we motivate them is also to our benefit. Okay. Because once they are encouraged, motivated, they'll make more sales for the company. And as they are making more sales for the company, you are also making sales for yourself as a super agent. So it's our role to guide and control those underlisted agents, a super agent.
Now, having said that, we have 1xBet, about BetKing, Bet365, Betway, BetNaija, a whole lot of them. So what distinguishes BetNaija from other betting companies?
Not only does BetNaija have large coverage, BetNaija site has better options.
Okay.
Better options. If you are a football sports betting fan, you love football options, as in variation of options, BetNaija is the right choice.
Okay.
The reason is this: all those options are always available at a greater odds.
Okay. We hear things like 1.1 odd, over 2.5 etc. Now, for the benefit of the viewers out there, what does this portray? What's the meaning of this?
Odds are the measures by which you can know what you win versus how much you stake or you bet. There is a company that regulates odds. It is just a value, it is just a point that you accumulate to be able to get your potential winning.
Okay.
Like number of selection you make at a particular option, for which each option there is an odd to it.
Okay.
So number of odds you select by option accumulates your stake. Let's say you have a 2 option to get like 2 odds.
Okay.
So adding 1,000 to it multiplies that odd to your potential.
Okay, let's stay away from this betting now. You're into football administration.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Guts FC. The Guts FC, a new club in town. Many people don't quite know about this club. Tell us the history about this club and when it came into existence and other information that we need to know about the Guts FC.
Good. The Guts FC is a newly club. The initiation of the club started 2020 when we had a lockdown. So we started training with some group of people. I have a very good friend of mine, Okabo Ifanye. He's a coach. He's my coach, my main coach. Though I have another coach by Tochukwu Obrota by name, that is managing the team. So, but we all started training. At a point, I said it is good for us to make this as a club, and let's finance it and also support everything that goes with it, and motivate and encourage those players even outside the field of play, so that they will be motivated and also bring out their mind to be member or part of the club. So we started till 2021. when we had of Remy Uche Soccer Challenge, the first challenge, which I participated. So that was when we had our first experience of this club. And from there, we were able to participate, with our experience and how united we are as a beginner.
Right.
We were able to at least got a position of that last year competition.
Finishing fourth.
Then after coming out from the competition, we went back again. We started training. Most of our players now, or few of our players, are outside.
Okay.
Like
you've been able to meet
yes,
some players.
of course. Like 2 or 3 players that have participated in that last year are not in Nigeria now. Then like 3 or 4 of them that are in Nigeria are into our local Nigeria. Yes.
Wow.
And we are still building more, because when you are doing something and motivating them, even outside the field of play, it will encourage them more to know there is a future in their lives.
Now, having said this, now you made mention of the fact that some players are now outside the shores of the country.
Yes.
Some are now playing in the NPFL. So there's a void at the GOTS FC. When are you embarking on a recruitment to fill this void left by these players?
Definitely, we are always on recruitment, because we train on weekly basis. Monday to Friday, we are on training.
Okay.
We have junior teams, the ones that are just below the age of 13, 12 years old.
Oh, the academy aspect.
Yes, the academy aspect. Those ones are training on Saturdays, So, and we are always open to accept good players, people that has good character, because most of the times, if you're looking at these players, we have good professional players here. But the point is this: character-wise, the mentality of Onitsha used to affect most of the players. I'm telling you the truth. So in my own team, I am also doing the possible best to work on their character-wise, because for you to get a job, you must be obedient, no matter how good you play.
Discipline.
Yes, discipline. So that is what we've been doing, and by the special grace of God, we are impacting.
Now, sustainability comes into mind, because we hear clubs are floated, they go into administration. We know about the case of Jasper United of Onitsha and Udoji United of Awka that won the league. What are plans? What plans do you have to ensure that the GOTS does not toe the same line, the GOTS FC?
Yes, already we have started in a very good step. And sustainability is thing of mind. Irrespective of challenges we are facing from our federal government, state government, So, but I have encouraged those players the best I can. And looking at it financially, I have been putting the best I also can. But the most of it all is our state government helping out, giving us a very good enabling environment. For us, there are so many investors that will always wish to be in part of this business. Building up our local players to become something more than professional, But the environment is most of it all.
Okay, the main thing is just support from the government. That's the most important thing. Okay, now how do you showcase this club now? Because you can play football on daily basis. If the club is not showcased, some people may not know that the club exists beyond Anambra State and maybe outside the shores of the country.
The point is this: we have been making arrangements of our team. The teams that will be getting information of any competition within the country, because these are the only best way you can be showing your talent, and also maybe for international scouts to be getting interested in your players. So once the team is being built, at least we'll be getting information of every competition that is happening around the state. We'll be getting involved to be able to be showing up these players.
Yes. And finally, before we let you go, because we're almost out of time, in 30 seconds, your message to the fans of the GOTS FC and fans who are into sports betting in Nigeria.
Fans that are into sports betting, first of all, I encourage them. You can't be into sports betting below the age of 18 years.
That's striking the point.
Yes. And as well, you dare not spend or place what you cannot afford to lose. Betting is, if you call it fun, you will last long to wait for your winning. But if you take it as means of your livelihood, you might not live to the expectation of your winning. So I advise fans that are into betting, please bet what you can afford to lose. Football is already there. Betting will always be there. So whenever you do things with betting, do it in a minima. So that is my advice. Then to all of my fans, fans are the bone and the strength.
Of the Gods
yes,
FC.
Fans of the Gods FC, they are the backbone what we have in every match we are going. Because hearing them, their motivation, their singing, their support from the background, you as a player will be more motivated to be striking. And I also look up to them. I don't underestimate them, because even in this competition we are into now, once we are done with the first prize money, in sharing money with them, I have my money for the fan base.
Okay.
Yes, that's an encouragement too.
In 5 seconds, finally, not trying to sweep you off your feet. The Gods FC, why that name? The Gods.
The gods are wise.
The gods are wise.
Yes.
That's a good one. Yes. Well, Mr. Kingsley Ndokoba, proprietor of the Gods FC and super agent for Bet Niger in Anambra State. Thank you so much for being here on Sports Today.
Thank you.
You heard it from him. Bet, if you want to get into betting, bet what you can afford to lose. That's an advice from him, and that's an advice from a super agent of a Bet Niger in Nigeria. We wanted to talk about sports betting in Nigeria and what it is all about. Thanks a lot for being part of our Friday edition of Sports Today on ABS TV. We'll be back here on Monday for another episode. From the entire team, my name is Ike Nwokede. Have a lovely weekend and keep sporting. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
All right, ndị Igbo na-ege ntị kwụ na ahụ na n'ebe anyị nọ kpọmkwem na Anambra State.